Okay, good day again. We are going to talk about everything about ISO. My name is Erickson Ravena and I have with me my firstborn, Neo. Say hi, Neo.
Hi.
Okay, para sa ngayong araw, ang pag-uusapan natin is everything about internal audit. Okay? So, ang topic natin is what is internal audit? So, palagi nating naririnig 'yan at palagi 'yan ginagawa ng mga organization. Lalong-lalo na yung mga organization na certified sa ISO 9001. Okay? So, let's go directly to the definition of internal audit. Okay, according to ISO, ang internal audit, ang ibig sabihin nito ay systematic, independent, and documented process for obtaining objective evidence and evaluating it objectively to determine the extent to which audit criteria are fulfilled. So medyo mahaba yung definition niya pero himay-himayin natin. Okay? So internal audit. Napakalaga ng internal audit. Without this internal audit, lalo-lalo na yung mga bagong organization na magpapa-certify, hindi kayo nag-conduct na internal audit, malaking problema. Hindi may bibigay certificate or it will be a major non-conformity at babalik sa external auditor para siguraduhin na you are able to implement the required internal audit process sa organization nyo. So, that direct to the point, dapat ma-conduct yung internal audit. Okay, so going back to the definition of internal audit, ang sabi, ang internal audit daw ay systematic. So, what do you mean by systematic? So, if you are a follower of my account, na-discuss na natin yung PDCA cycle. So, PDCA cycle stands for Plan, Do, Check, and Act cycle. So, it is the same thing. Internal audit process work in that way. Ang DNA ng ISO, it works also in that way, PDCA. And also, it is a process. Internal audit is a process. Therefore, when you are doing the internal audit, magpaplano ka. Alamin mo kung ano yung mga kinakailangan mo para ma-implement ng maayos ang internal audit. Alamin mo kung ano yung mga resources na kailangan mo, sino yung mga tao na i-assign mo to do the audit. At syempre you will implement the internal audit in a way of risk-based thinking, which is we have done another video of that. So please check the other videos that I have made for risk-based thinking. So yun, systematic means that it will undergo the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle. So systematic. Another thing that we need to know is that the audit is also independent. So independent as much as possible. This is a challenge for a small organization. Pero sa mga malalaking organization, you have a lot of option. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng independent? So, sisiguraduhin natin na yung ikakandak na audit is as much as possible ma-eliminate yung mga conflict of interest. Okay, what do we mean by conflict of interest? So, iniiwasan natin na yung mga auditors will be auditing their own process. Pero there are a lot of experts saying that they can do that as long as they have the capability of doing it independently. Pero mahirap. Okay, so if you have the capability to do it, then show evidence that you can do it independently while auditing your own process. Okay, pero as much as possible, the best practice is ang ginagawa ng mga audit team leaders, they do not assign auditors to audit their own process. That is the best practice. Pero other experts are saying that they can do it if they have the capability to do it independently. Okay? Independently, ibig sabihin impartial at nakafocus sa evidence objectively yung mga auditors when they do it. That's why it is independent. And another thing with audit is it is documented. I think automatic na yun na documented kasi ang audit marami kang information na ipaprocess. Therefore, kailangan mo ng checklist to make sure na you will be able to ask the questions to the auditee. By the way, sa pag-audit, merong dalawang player na napaka-importante. Actually, maraming mga key personnel na kailangan tandaan dito. Pero at the time of audit, ang nangyayari is that we have an auditor and an auditee. Okay? Ang auditee is the individual, siya yung ino-audit. An individual being audited. And usually they are also called process owners. Process owners. Okay? Process owners. Alright, so they are the one who are managing their process. Alam nila yung pasikot-sikot ng proseso nila. Ang auditor naman are the ones assigned to conduct the audit. Okay? So, sa organization, may mga organization that they have their own internal audit team sa organization. Pero meron namang organization na wala. And pag nagpa-certified sila sa ISO 9001, they are assigning a special task force to do the audit. So, it depende sa management kung sino i-assign nila. And those who have the, of course, competence ang pipiliin nila to be the audit team leader. Okay? So, ayun. And again, going back, documented kasi nga, marami kang information na na ipaprocess or maraming kasi yun yung input mo when you conduct the audit yung mga documents, yung mga interviews, and also you will observe how they do it so yung mga information na yun you will that will serve as your input, and then you will evaluate it using your criteria. Okay? Next is evidence. Okay, evidence, very important. Maski naman sa mga di ba? We've been watching a lot of movies about sa mga korte, ganyan. And also the same thing with the accounting principles. Evidence, ibig sabihin, ebidensya na na-implement nila yung mga sinasabi nilang proseso. Okay? So, documents are very important. Records are very important. So, this will show that the process that they have established are working perfectly. So, yun yung i-check ng mga auditors. So, evidence. And then, the next one is criteria. Criteria. Okay, so, again, going back to the definition of quality, again, I'm always reiterating the definition of quality. So, quality, again, refers to a degree to which the set of inherent characteristic of an object fulfills requirements. Again, nandun yung word na fulfill requirements. And in conducting audit, yung mga requirements na to will serve as an audit criteria. Again, if you've watched my video about what is ISO, I have defined there the meaning of quality. Alright? So sa quality, merong tayong 4 na mga requirements. So we have the legal requirements, lalo na sa amin na GOCC, we prioritize legal requirements kasi highly regulated kami. Next is the customer requirements. Of course, organizations exist because they have clients, they have customers to provide them the products and services that the customers or clients need. And then we have also business requirements. Ito yung mga requirements na in-establish natin inside the organization para masigurado na effective sa efficient yung mga processes natin. And the last one is the ISO requirements. So usually yung tatlong yun, kaya ang nagiging mentality or yung purpose is streamlining. Kasi identifying the legal requirements, business requirements, saka customer requirements, nadadali mo na yung mga ISO requirements eh. Alright, so yun yung yung intention. Okay, so medyo mahaba to. Usually, when I was a trainer, I'm doing this orientation internal audit. 2 days, meron pa mga 3 days. Pero yun, so for this video blog, I'm just showing you the tip of the iceberg. And if you want to know more about internal audit, please do not hesitate to chat on this video, and I'll see you again to talk about everything about ISO. So good day, and please click like click the click the like button if you like the video, and follow my account. Thank you and have a nice day.